Alright, this problem says Barry and Gary, two brothers, had the same amount of money when they walked into the store. After Barry spent $60 on a pen and Gary spent $50 on a book, Barry ended up having 3/5 as much money as Gary. How much money did each boy have originally when they walked into the store? Okay, so we know that each boy had the same amount of money and that they each spent different amounts. We know that it ended up being divided into fifths, so we'll make a table that'll show each of their amounts. Okay, now, the second last sentence says, after Barry spent $60 on a pen and Gary spent $50 on a book, Barry ended up having 3/5 as much money as Gary. So we're going to give Barry 3 filled-in cells to represent his 3/5. We're going to give Gary all 5 cells to represent or to show that he has all 5 of his fifths. Alright, but we still don't have their original amounts, because Barry has spent $60 on a pen and Gary has spent $50 on a book. To get their original amounts, we need to give them back that money and add what they spent. Alright, and now we truly have their original amounts. Barry has 3 cells plus $60 and Gary has 5 cells plus $50, and this is the same amount since we're looking at it originally. Now, to find out how much money they originally had, we need to figure out how much money each cell represents. So we can see that Barry and Gary both have these 3 cells in common. The difference is between this section over here, where Barry has these 2 cells that are empty, but $60. And Gary has 2 filled-in cells plus $50, and this is the same amount. So if 2 cells plus $50 is the same as $60, then if we were to replace this $60, $50, the remaining $10 should be represented by these 2 cells over here. It's still the same amount. So if these 2 cells are $10, each cell should represent $5. And since that's an important finding, we can write that down below our table. Now that we know each cell represents $5, we can figure out how much money they had originally. We're going to look at Gary's amounts. Since each cell represents $5 and he has 5 blue cells right here, that should be $25. Plus the $50 that he spent, he would have $75. And since Barry has the same amount, we know that originally each boy had $75. And we can write that down as our final answer. There we go.